All right, what's up, guys? Quick note before even getting into anything, I totally forgot to press upload on YouTube last week. So last week's Pickem video is going to be uploaded like right at the same time. I recorded it right. I mean, you see me do all the picks and everything, so like I recorded it before everything, so you know I'm not joshing you. But yeah, just want to get that out of the way. Totally screwed that up. My bad. But all right, let's. We're gonna do the May Melee picks, but I want to look at the results from uh, week 3 before we get into all that. So this started off bad. I just had a bad read on Paris, I guess. Apparently, there's some internal things going on, not necessarily drama or anything. Just obviously they're just not up to expectations, and they just actually parted ways with their main support player. So we'll see what happens with them. I think they can recruit someone right now that can help them out. There's a few names being floated around. It would be really cool to see someone from contenders come up and get a shot at the league when they didn't think they were going to. So we'll keep an eye on that. I just had a bad read on it, and I think I haven't been giving Atlanta Reign enough credit. I think I'm going to start. I rewatched 3 of their matches actually yesterday because I just was so unsure about them, and I think I need to give their DPS and tanks a little more credit. I still think they have a really weak backline, and I don't think they'll ever win any of these tournaments in any of these stages. But yeah, I definitely they grew on me a little bit. So we'll see. But that was our only loss of the weekend, which was really nice. It was nice to have almost undefeated weekend. So and we only got one match score perfectly correct. Looks like I am being uh I'm not being generous enough, and sometimes I'm being too generous with maps. So it's just need to get it um, tightened up. So then in the East though, we did really well, really well. I feel like I have a really good understanding of the East comparatively to some other people that are analyzing this stuff because I've been really good this week after seeing some play and having these teams kind of shake off the rust and everything. I did get that Soul one wrong, but I just thought Soul was gonna Soul. Like can you blame me? So, ooh, glad to see my Dragons back up top. And we got the 3-0 double points correct, dude. That was huge. So good deal. I thought these were the safest picks of all time. I thought these were the safest picks of all time, dude. Because I knew, Shanghai or Philly were playing each other. So I knew that one of them would get in and do really well. I think these are the 2 best teams in the East. So I wanted one of them. I thought for sure one of them would get in. Well, one of them did. In the West, I was like, well, right now, the Shock and Houston are the 2 best teams, as far as performance has gone. And the Shock could not come up with an answer against Dallas. And we'll talk about this more in the predictions of why I think this happened. In Houston, the Shock thought they could outplay Dallas's cute comp, and Houston just didn't make the right adjustments because I don't think they could have outplayed it, in my opinion. I don't think Houston's not there yet. I don't think, but I'd love to be proven wrong. I'm a Houston fan too. So all right, we're gonna do this live. I gotta submit this soon. So and I'm gonna be streaming soon too. So I need to get this done. All right, right into it. The May Melee, Shanghai versus Florida. OG and the rest of the boys have looked really solid. I think OG has really found a place with this team. It makes me really happy because he's a good player in the league. He's a cool guy. Everyone loves OG. So it's good to see him do well and find success. In saying that, I think the Dragons are jaded. I don't think they're playing the best Overwatch, but their backline has started popping off. And when your backline is popping off, that's like in hockey having a great, really hot goalie in the Stanley Cup Finals. If your backline is popping off, and people need to be worried about the offense of your backline, and then you still have the league MVP on DPS, dude, you're golden. It's fate against his old team. We'll see how that goes. It's a cool storyline. Um, I think this is a Shanghai 3-1. I'm going to give Florida a little credit because they play a really good double bubble, and so does Shanghai. Maybe the best in the world, I would say. But yeah, these tournaments, it's so tight. I could see this being a 3-2 as well, Shanghai, but I don't see Shanghai losing this at all. Not at all. But we'll see. Dallas and Chengdu. Dallas's comp, there's going to have been a week for Chengdu to figure out something to beat it. Dallas is not that flexible. Sparkle has gotten away with murder with, moving to the Symmetra, and then his Tracer's been pretty decent. But outside of that, he's got, the Doomfist, he's got the Genji. That's pretty much like his hero pool, So, and Doa can play a lot of stuff, but Doa is going to be the person that needs to play, the Mei. He's got the better Mei than Sparkle, so that's just what they have to play in this meta. I think Chengdu's gonna have too many answers, and I actually think that Chengdu's gonna Chengdu zone Dallas hard. It's gonna be a really bad match for Dallas because I don't think Dallas is gonna be able to adjust. And I think if they do adjust, Chengdu just are too good and they're just too hot right now. That Chengdu is so hot right now. All right. Let's do the losers bracket. I do think I think this is going to go all the way. Because Florida has been so good. And there's Florida plays such Florida Mayhem Overwatch. They really know how to keep pace with teams. There's only a few teams that can outpace them and kind of out manipulate the situation in the fights because they're so patient and they're so good. They've all played together for so long. They dictate fights so well for themselves. And I think with Dallas's big strength is that they're dictating the tempo and they're being quick. I don't know. Yaki and BQB are just sick. I think that's a good battle against Sparkle and Doa. Man, but Fearless is just on a warpath. I just think in these playoff scenarios, it comes down to your supports, and I think that Gangnam Jim and Slime are worlds better than any combination of Repel, Field, or Jexy. So I'm going Mayhem 3-2. I'm gonna do. I always give up maps in the playoffs though because I think. I don't like underestimating teams that got there. I think that they're feeling their oats and they're playing well. Okay. I think the Dragons take this. And I think they take it 3-2. And then I think Chengdu's Florida. I think they rattle Florida. I really do. And I think it's first to 4, isn't it? I think Shanghai 4-2 is this. You know what? I'm gonna go 4-3 because they've had some really good battles. I think they will have had some really good battles. I could also see Shanghai losing this match and then beating Florida again and moving on and winning. Either way, I think Shanghai wins this. But this is kind of a toss-up, if I'm being honest. But I really think teams are going to have an answer to this cute Symmetra play. I think that the San Francisco Shock just thought they could outplay it and just out-mechanics it. And Houston just did not even attempt to make adjustments. I mean, and the adjustments they did make were just not good, and it was not a fun match to watch as a Houston Outlaws fan. Now, I love the players on the Dallas Fuel. I don't like the team, but I love all those guys. I'm so happy for him. I'm happy for Fearless, dude. Fearless, hopefully he gets to play his old Shanghai Dragons. That'd be cool. I don't have that happening in this bracket, but it would be cool. So if this differs at all and that occurs, Dallas gets to play Shanghai, I'd be okay with that. I'd be happy with it. So I feel good about these picks, dude. I feel good about these. I mean, I'm just really going with my gut, especially with APAC stuff. If this was Houston Shock or Gladiator Shock, I would see maybe Shock going to the grand finals, but I don't think NA's got this one. I think the top teams from NA didn't make it. If I'm being honest with you, I think this is definitely not a representation of the best of North America. I truly believe that on the best day, it's the San Francisco Shock, and then I think the other four spots are probably up for grabs between Florida, Gladiators, Houston, and Fuel. Uh, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I just don't think I'm almost I like the Florida Mayhem a lot. I root for them. They're like my third team, but I'm just kind of disappointed in the two teams from NA that made it because I think Chengdu and Shanghai are probably the best two in APAC right now. I mean, I need to redo these power rankings after this stage, but I said I was going to do it per stage, so I got to see the May Melee first because I got to see how the top teams do. And if Florida and Dallas go to the grand finals together and play each other, then like, there I got to respect that, So, and whoever wins, that's a huge thing too. So, all right. I think that's it. I think that's all I got. If you're interested in that sort of thing, the betting odds for these games say a lot about how people think they're going to go. So if that's your thing, you can feel free to look that up on your own. But especially the Shanghai Florida game, it's people are pretty sure what's going to happen there. And when real money is involved, that's when you can sort of trust. You can trust the analysis behind that, I would say, especially with esports. And then the Dallas Chengdu odds are very close. Very close. But I think Chengdu is just going to get weird and Dallas won't be able to do anything about it. So that's my. If anything, Dallas could win like that first map. They could win control with their meta. And then Chengdu could do some weird thing like Jinmu gets on and is Echo or Pharah, and then Leave comes in on something crazy and they just decimate Dallas. Like, I would not be surprised at all because Gaga will just go on ball and steamroll them. It'd be it's gonna be entertaining to say the least. And these games are today. I know, I'm so pumped. All right, but that's it. Thanks for watching.